Was Rob Kardashian right? Remember when he said there's something wrong with Kim? Was Rob Kardashian right? I mean, Rob Jr. Was he right? Because Kim is making up these nonsensical lies about law school. Just nonsensical. Just nonsensical. Let's get into it. All right, law Twitter, buckle up because we got to talk. First lie Kim said, I'm still studying. Or maybe she's just too, not that aware of what she's studying to know how dumb this sounds. First of all, Kim is not in law school. She is in a law apprenticeship program. Does that matter? Well, it does to a certain point. Law school is not just 3 years of studying, right? Or I think if you do it part-time, it's 4 years. It's not just that. It is a rigorous, helpful journey where they try to rip your soul out and put it back in. It is also highly competitive, not just who's smart, but also mentally, because it's kind of like Lord and the Flies in there. It is a big accomplishment to get through law school. Now, it is a big flex to be able to not graduate, could not even go to college. It is a big flex to be able to get private tutors that you hire. It is a big flex that you have accumulated so much privilege and money that you can skip the grueling things that everybody else has to go to and go right there. And all you have to do is just pass the bar. It is a big flex. Okay? But Kim's not happy just being like, listen, I am privileged. My money that I work for, that I laid on my back to get, right? My money allows me to have this big privilege. Stay mad. That would be a flex. Kim doesn't even want to do that flex. Kim is obsessed with looking like she got out of the mud and fought through. Kim is obsessed with pushing this narrative that she is in law school when she is in an apprenticeship program. Kim's talking about she passed 2 tests. Kim, you do not have classmates. You do not have teachers. You have employees. You pay to tutor you. You don't have tests. You don't have midterms, Kim. You don't have any of that. And again, it's a huge flex just to be like, listen, brokes. Listen, the poors. That's what y'all got to do. Baby, I got privilege, and this privilege is letting that chopper sing. That is a flex. In a certain odd way, it's something to be proud of. But the fact that Kim is sitting here, but it's not over, because like most of Kim's delusions of grandeur, and the thing is, the people that know that she's putting 20 on 10, she already knows the carrot for them. She knows that all she has to do is do a photo op with them or pay them off or do whatever, and they're fine. They're not going to blow up her spot. Kim needs regular layman people who know nothing about the law school process, nothing about the classes, nothing about the itinerary, nothing about the baby brother. She needs them to believe that she's got big things popping and big things dropping. That's the sick part. You need people to believe that you're bigger than you are when you're already big on your own right. I don't know. Let's look at this, right? Let's sit there, because there's a few things. I'm still studying. I'm actually in constitutional law 1 and 2 right now. It's my toughest. Not the biggest fan of it, but I've been sharing my struggle. Can we just dig? It's Kim in constitutional law 1 and 2? Is she? Because if you were in constitutional law 1 and 2, that's impossible. Anybody knows you cannot take constitutional 1 and 2. You don't have classes. There's no curriculum. If you know the material, then you're just learning constitutional 1 law. But what does this sound like? It sounds like Kim, right? It sounds like Kim. You need to take a remedial class. You thought you were in constitutional law 2, but your tutor, not your teacher, because these are your employees. It's a very good thing that you can fire. Keep that in mind. It is very important that your employees They just give you quizzes to make sure you're learning along. You're not competing with anyone. If you guys don't know, in law school, it's not about just knowing the stuff. You're also competing with what your classmates know. So if you get 100 and I get 100, no. Who knew more? Who knew more? It's all graded on a scale, down and up. So when you say you did 100, that means that you dominated the whole class. Kim has no class. There's no test. It's it's almost, anyway. So why is this important? Okay. And I think this is important to know. If you knew, first of all, constitutional 1 and 2 can't be taken together. They are foundational. They build along each other. But if you look at this, and this is what Kim doesn't realize, you just told on yourself, you're in a remedial class. See, you're tutored because they don't want to get fired. Because if you're not progressing, you're going to be like, what do I need you for? I'm going to fire you and get somebody else. And Kim is paying top dollar, right? Law school tutors are, bar prep tutors are very, very, very expensive. When you're in law constitutional 2, you wouldn't have to take care of 1 unless you actually don't understand the fundamentals. So they're making you do a remedial course to learn the fundamentals. You cannot be in constitutional 1 and 2, just like you can't be in algebra 1 or 2 at the same time, or psychology 1 and 2 in the same time. No credited institution, no education institution is going to let that happen. Kim doesn't know that because she never went to college. Kim doesn't know that because she's not really in law school. Kim is so out of touch with what she's supposed to be learning, she doesn't even realize how ridiculous some of her fantasies sound. Speaking of which, Kim said, but with that said, I took a midterm yesterday. I got 100% and then I got 95% on my other midterm. So I feel that just gives me a boost of confidence again, just to push through. Y'all, Kim is out here in these streets. She has literally turned into, like rich people. It's just a bunch of yes men like, you're so funny. And they're just like, that wasn't a joke. And they're like, of course it wasn't, sir. Again, Kim does not have teachers. Kim does not have tests. Kim does not have exams. Kim is not in law school. Kim is an equivalent of, and I think what her tutors are doing is the equivalent of when a 4-year-old learns their colors. And then the mom is like, you are amazing. And they hold a graduation ceremony because they learned their colors and to count to 10. Right? Your mom's just trying to prep you up. Think about it. Kim's tutors don't want to get fired. Kim's tutors have to make her think that not only is she picking up, but she's the brightest, most gifted person ever. And under their care and tutelage, wow, look how good you're doing. So do you know what I think they're doing? Because the fact that you're getting 100 on law school exams, Kim, unless you are a prodigy, that is like, no. And the fact that you take a constitutional 1 or 2, no. And the fact that you didn't know what torts were appeared to constitutional law, no. So the prodigy is off the table. So what does that let us know? Think about it. You got a boss. They're a multimillionaire. They're hiring you. They're introducing you to all their cool friends. You get to go to their cool estate, eat their cool organic lemons. They're paying top dollar. And it's a very good connection to have, right? You might be able to do business with them. So do you actually write a test that's actually for your tutoring pupil? Do you actually write a test that is actually fair and hard and challenging? Do you? So that when they take the test, they might get back a 85 or a 79 or a 65 or even a 53. Do you? Because if you do that, you kind of kill the golden goose, don't you? Think about it. If I'm teaching you to teach me, if I'm paying you top dollar to teach me, plus I have a glamorous lifestyle, I'm Kim Kardashian, baby. I'm paying you to teach me. But every test I take, I'm not passing. Every test I take, I'm flunking. Every test I take, I'm not getting 100. Why would I keep you around? Wouldn't I fire you and get a new pupil? I'm just saying, wouldn't I? Would I not? Would I not fire you to get a new pupil? Well, I would. You think they would. I think the tutor knows that too. I think these hundreds, if Kim is actually even getting them, because we know Kim will tell a story. If Kim's getting these hundreds, maybe the tutor's actually dumbing down the test. Because again, if you truly understand, because you're not in class, if you truly understood the fundamentals of constitutional law 1, then why would you be taking constitutional law 2? And if you guys knew anything about constitutional law, you would know that you need everything in constitutional 1 as a knowledge base so that you can understand constitutional law 2. Y'all listen. Congrats to Kim and her flights of fancy. We wish her luck. Let's see if she passes the bar. Good luck with that tutor you are paying. But again, this pathological need for Kim to be bigger and more respected than she is, y'all, that's just disrespectful to anybody that went through law school. But you know what? Let Kim go ahead and rewrite her past, future, present. Pretty soon, she's going to be saying she made her money off of a tape with a theological professor named Ray J. Why they debated the fall of the Roman Empire. Listen, rewrite that in the first season. Rewrite your history. Y'all, listen, let me know what you think in the comments, all right? This got to stop. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.